Golf Invitational.
Okay.
And we're going to deep dive into it and figure out, like, who's going to be there?
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
Why should we care?
Why should we care? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Cool.
let's jump right in.
See how it.
Okay, so the event is called the Drive 4 Kids Celebrity Golf Invitational, and it's happening at the Falmouth Country Club in Falmouth, Maine,
Okay.
from June 19th to the 22nd, so it's a few days. And this is actually the third year that they're doing this.
Oh, wow. So it's gotten some traction.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
okay.
and they have like a competition among these celebrities. Like,
Oh, so it's not just like a
it's not just like a fun,
friendly get together.
Yeah.
It's a real competition.
there's a prize purse, $265,000.
Wow, that's a serious
That's a lot of money.
incentive.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And the main purpose of this whole thing is to raise money for two specific organizations:
All right.
the Maine Health Barbara Bush Children's Hospital and the Dempsey Center.
So children's health and cancer support, those are
It's huge.
huge things.
Yeah. And like very relatable, like most people,
Yeah.
be
I can get behind that.
touched by either one of those things in some way.
Sure, for sure.
So really good causes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now let's talk about like who's going to be there,
Yeah.
right? Because that's like
Yeah. Who are these
the
celebrities?
exciting part.
Right.
So some interesting newcomers this year.
Okay.
John Lester, former Boston Red Sox pitcher,
Okay. Yeah. I know that name.
multiple World Series champion, like for a lot
Are
of
huge for baseball fans.
New Englanders.
Definitely.
Like he's a legend.
Yeah. So that's a good get.
Yeah. And then also Joe Pavelski, former NHL standout.
All right. So we got some athletes here.
Yeah. So that's hitting like a whole nother fan base right there.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Expanding it out a little.
And then we also have Hallie Leadbetter, and she's a former pro golfer
Okay.
on the LPGA Tour and currently a senior producer with Golf Digest.
Oh wow. So she's got like a foot in both worlds.
So she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. She knows golf
She can play.
and she knows the media side of it.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And then someone who you might have seen on TV recently, Joey Grazier.
Okay.
He was on the latest season of The Bachelor and actually just won Dancing with the Stars.
Wow. So bringing in a reality TV star too.
Totally different,
Yeah.
a whole different demographic.
Sure.
Yeah, that's smart.
So really interesting mix.
Yeah, they're thinking outside the box.
Now those are just the newcomers.
Okay.
On top of that, there are dozens of athletes, actors, and TV personalities who were returning from last year.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
this is a popular event.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And they say like a big part of why people like it is the atmosphere.
Okay.
It's like the celebrities, they're not just there to play golf.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
interacting with the fans.
They're making it an experience.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like a whole weekend of like
Yeah.
fun and excitement and like rubbing elbows
That's awesome.
with these famous people.
That makes you feel good
Yeah.
about donating too.
Absolutely. And they have this quote from Brian Corcoran. He's the executive director of the whole tournament and the CEO of Shamrock Sports and Entertainment. And he says, "This tournament keeps getting bigger and better, thanks to the great atmosphere created by the celebrities who interact with fans, creating a memorable weekend. This year's amazing lineup is sure to excite fans and raise even more funds for the Maine Health Barbara Bush Children's Hospital and the Dempsey Center."
So he's really highlighting the celebrity interaction
Yeah.
as a main draw.
And it makes sense.
And he seems really excited about this year.
He's pumped.
Yeah.
Now, if you're listening and you're like, okay, I got to know who else is going to be there.
Right.
They're actually going to be revealing the full list of celebrities on April 9th
Oh,
at a press conference, and they're holding it at Luke's Lobster.
Oh, nice. Very Maine.
Very Maine.
That's great.
So that's kind of a fun little local touch.
Yeah, that's cool.
And if you want even more information about this whole tournament, you can find it all online. They have a whole website set up with all the details and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Good to know.
easy to find more information if you're interested. Yeah. So as we kind of wrap up this whole deep dive,
Yeah.
what are your like big takeaways for the listeners?
Well, I mean, I think it's really interesting how they've managed to bring all these different types of celebrities together, right?
Yeah.
We've got athletes, we've got reality TV stars.
Golfers, media people,
Yeah.
all in one place.
And all for a good cause.
Yeah, and they're raising a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, this is a significant event.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what really strikes me is that it's not just about like watching famous people play golf, right?
It's more than that.
It's about using their star power to do good in the world.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working. Like the fact that this is the third year and all these celebrities keep coming back,
Yeah, it's a good sign.
it shows that it's a well-run event and people believe in it.
And I bet the fans love it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a blast.
So it's like a win-win-win.
Exactly.
Everyone benefits.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's really cool how they've kind of cracked the code on this.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, what other unexpected pairings could work like this?
Right.
Like, what other causes could benefit from celebrity attention?
Like, who would you want to see team up?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
That's something for our listeners to ponder.
Definitely something to think about.
It's like, when you think about celebrities and causes, you're like, oh, that actually makes sense?
Yeah.
That could really work.
Yeah. Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fun to think about.
Food for thought.
For sure.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Yeah, this was really interesting.
Until next time.
See